Hello everyone, my name is Shola, and if you're new here, I am the founder of Activate Her Purpose. Activate Her Purpose empowers women to step boldly into our calling, embrace our gifts, and live the life that we are meant to live with confidence. I'm going to tell you right now that this is my second take. I recorded this entire video and did not press record. That's part of the reason why I need to review and talk about this topic. And my topic is about imposter syndrome. And imposter syndrome is that negative voice in your head that tells you that you don't have what it takes, you're not enough, you're one mistake away from being found out. And we've all had that voice in our head sometimes where we're thinking, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Nobody cares. Sometimes that's true, but guess what? It does not matter. So my topic today, I'm going to give you 6 reasons why we should ignore that voice in our head, that negative voice in our head that is really not God's voice, telling you to stop doing what you're doing or give up or quit because it's not going to work out. Okay, so number 1, like I said, that negative voice is a whole lie. And when you realize that the thing that God has placed in you is your calling and you should absolutely be developing it, this voice in your head that tells you that you're not enough, it's just fear. And I've heard, and I'm sure many of you have heard, the acronym FEAR is false evidence appearing real. That's absolutely what imposter syndrome is, and you should shut it down at the first thought, because even the Bible says, as a man thinks, and in this case a woman thinks, so is he. So your thoughts will define your life. So any negative thought that is causing you to shrink back or to hesitate on the thing that God has called you to do, shut it down immediately. Number 2, your past does not disqualify you. It actually prepares you. And in many cases, when you have either made a mistake in your career or you've, fumbled at something or something just hasn't worked out, you are the perfect candidate to be a voice for someone else who might be going through that very thing. So it doesn't disqualify you. Even if you failed in the past, that should fuel your vision, that should fuel your dreams, because there's someone waiting for you to put your testimony or your voice to the thing that they're experiencing themselves. So number 2, your past does not disqualify you. It actually prepares you for the vision that God has in your life. Number 3, take up space. We belong here. Do not believe the lie that you do not belong where God has called you to be. You are the light. And what light is hidden under the chair or table? How is it going to shine? So let your light shine before men and women, and don't doubt the light that God has put in you. Sometimes we think that humility is just shrinking back or maybe being quiet. No, humility is not invisibility. Humility is just understanding that everything in you God has put in you. So there's no reason to shrink back. You are doing the thing that you should be doing because you have been placed on an assignment in this world. We only have this one life to live. So let's live it boldly. Let's live it courageously and keep on moving forward. So number 3, take up space, and you belong here. Number 4, perfection is not the goal here. Perfection is not the goal. Your obedience to the calling that you have, that God has placed in you. That's the goal. You taking one step, putting one step in front of the other, and doing the hard thing, doing the thing that you may think that you're not qualified for. That's the goal. You have a vision. A lot of us write vision boards at the beginning of the year, and by the third month, it's under the pillow somewhere or under the rug somewhere where we're not even looking at it. Let's stop that. In fact, our vision shouldn't even be only at the beginning of the year. It can be every single week. Set a goal, set a vision for yourself. Cause it to be, write it down and make it measurable. Put it on your calendar and make sure that whatever that vision is written in your schedule. Because if not, it's not gonna happen. I've been through so many vision boards, so many things that I've thought I wanted to do that they don't get done until you begin to write it down and put it on your calendar. So yes, perfection is not the goal. Just step out and do something, and you'll see that things will begin to align. People will begin to support you. You'll get encouragement from places that you never would have imagined. And that is the point of stepping out in faith and being obedient to the call that God has on your life. And number 5, guess what? You are not the only one that feels that way. Imposter syndrome is something that wants to isolate you and feel like you're the odd woman out, or maybe you're in a group of intelligent, brilliant women and you're thinking to yourself, why am I here? Why did they call me here? What can I offer? That is what imposter syndrome is. It makes you feel that you are the only one that doesn't belong. And guess what? I've spoken to so many women at the top of their game, and they feel the same way. Even at that very top, they're thinking in their minds, why am I here? But guess what? They've mastered the art of shutting that self-doubt down, that voice in their head that makes them feel like they don't belong. They've mastered the art of not paying attention to it and doing it anyway. In fact, many of us do it afraid. So please remember that you are not the only one feeling that way, and it does not have to cripple us. It does not have to stop us in our tracks. Just keep moving forward. And lastly, number 6, you do not have to feel qualified to be called. You do not have to feel like that until you begin to do the thing that you believe that God has called you to do. You won't feel the qualification. You won't even feel confident until you begin to do the steps. You don't need confidence until you begin to take those steps of faith. So let's remember all of these points, that imposter syndrome is real. We've felt it. It feels real, but it's just false evidence appearing real. In fact, I would love for you all to share in the comments, what have you experienced when it comes to imposter syndrome? How have you overcome that feeling of not belonging, or maybe feeling like a fraud, or you don't have any thing to offer? How have you overcome that feeling, or do you just ignore it? I would love to hear some of your insight and information about imposter syndrome, because this is something that many women that I've spoken to have had to overcome, or are probably still overcoming as we speak. So thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we would love to hear more from you, on this journey. And we would love to hear from you and how you have overcome imposter syndrome. Thank you so much. And until next time, have a wonderful day.